Right, so hello everyone. I've received from Roadtop the Carplay, Apple Carplay and Android Auto function box to replace the current one that's in there. As you see, it's all in there, genuine parts. The unit itself, instruction manuals, new cables, and I believe some foam to secure the wires down in place. As they said on the website, before you do it, you need to have specific software on your car. It's always good, obviously, to have the most up to date. I know some dealerships do charge for it. Fortunately, my dealership didn't. They did it as part of an MOT. As you can see, I've got 70.00.367 EUN. So that's my version. If you don't have that, I do believe that when you've hooked the device up, or it's all plugged in, and you try and plug and play, it either won't pick up or you'll get some form of error message. But before we get onto that part, we need to take this trim off. There's a couple of little trim tools to do that. You can get these really cheap. These cost me literally £2-3 off of eBay. Again, this is a self-install. I'm not a mechanic, so just to show that anybody can really do it. I do have some references on a tablet just to sort of ease my way as well. But yeah, so we're going to see about getting this installed. Now, obviously, if you haven't got the firmware installed, you have to do that first. You can't install this and then do it later, because you'll run into some problems. It'll cost you a lot of money. So let's give this a go. Come around the other side. So see if we can get this off. There we go. I've broken the tool. As I say, they are pretty cheap on eBay, but they seem to be okay. And again, all of these are just pop-in pins, so they do pop in and pop out. Obviously, you will, if you do feel you're going to snap something, safe rule of thumb is just be careful. Obviously, yes, you do have to pop it all out for it to come out. Pull that bit out. I have seen a couple of different videos on this that come from this side, but I have also seen that they take off this part as well, so I'm going to give that an attempt just to make sure nothing breaks. So what we'll do now is find the piece that I was after. Here we are. This will do. We shall see about getting this piece off here. Obviously it is in there pretty tight. They are designed to come out. It just requires a bit. So the best way to do it for me, just work along. From what I have seen on the internet, you do have to give it a bit of a yank. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with just working it out as best you can. Obviously, you can come out under there. Oh, put my finger trap there. That was a bit painful, but it's alright. This part's proven to be a little bit stubborn. Have to forgive me to see the back of your head for now. There we go. Obviously, as you can see, this fascia has also come undone. Now, once you've given it a bit of a tug, don't worry how broken it is, as you pop in pins, a little bit in here, the plug, and this literally just comes straight out like that. So as you can see, full piece comes out. Very minimal damage. The only damage I've caused, which wasn't to my car, it was to this. Now this is £2 to replace, that's fine. This is a little plug there. Just have to pop that piece down. Now the next part is ever so slightly awkward. So there's a screw down the back of here, and I've been told it's a 10mm. So I've got a 10mm ratchet with an extender on it because it's a wee bit in there. But now this is all out, we shall have a look at getting the rest of it out. Obviously we don't want to lose that piece. If you lose that piece, it's an absolute nightmare. So I'm just going to pause the video here to double check that I'm at the right bit, because I want it to be a live install for all of you. So I'm just going to double check where I'm up to. Again, I'm not a mechanic, I need to follow the instructions, same as anyone else, but this is just to show that if you do get it, you don't have to go to a garage and pay 70 odd quid to get them to do it. Okay, hello everyone, and we're back. Sorry about that, you guys. I am literally just doing this from what I have found on the internet videos. So right, as we were before, we're taking this piece out. They are literally, as you can see, white clips that I have been told are literally just pop ones. So they literally just pop in and pop out, or as I say, so I'm told anyway. So we'll just, for all intents and purposes for now, put on the back. Next thing we need to do is take off this little fascia plate here. Sorry, this car is filthy. I have owned this car not that long, and well, let's just say the place I got it from didn't do a valet. But yeah, so the next thing we need to do is get this fascia plate off. So again, you probably just can see my head for the time being. What we're going to do, the clips are in here, so just need to work them out. Don't wait, take your absolute time with this. There is no, you're not a mechanic, you're not being paid to do it. You're literally just popping them out, and yeah, it's going to take a while, but at the end of the day, I shouldn't use that one because that one is a bit charred. We'll use that one instead. There we go, so that one's out, that one's out, that one's out, and there we go. As you can see, that one is now come out, and there's another little white clip that we need to undo just at the back of here. So I just press that down with something small, you should be able to pull that right out. And there's your other fascia with your stop motor, or button anyway for the car. And as I said, there's literally one little white clip here, and that's to go into the hazard light, and then there's this one for your start stop. So now that's the main part out of the way. Obviously if you want to give it a good clean, to be honest I should, I am getting the car valeted very soon, but the next thing that we need to do, I'll just show you now if I can see clearly. In there, see at the back there is a little bolt. Sorry, the camera's not going to focus with that in the light. The little bolt down there, and that's holding the fascia in. So in order to get that out, you're going to need a bit of an extender. So let me just read it again. I'm also recording this on a mobile phone, apologies to all. So just what I'm doing at the minute is just trying to, which one is I need? There we go. Got my extender, got my 10mm. Let's see if I can get it out. There. Now, from what I have read online, these things tend to be relatively stuck on quite hard. So Yeah, so just took a little bit of force there to get it out. It's a bit far to get your fingers in, so again, just got to hope that it comes out nice and smoothly. And you do not want to lose this bolt, so be very, very careful not to. I'm saying that on the video, there is a chance that I will lose this bolt now. So the bolt is out. I just bought myself a little screwdriver so that I can stick that in, and hopefully, and I'll reach that with my fingers, which yes you can. As long as you're careful, that comes out, put it in your little glove compartment down there, or whatever you want to call it, little compartment. And then, now, as you see, this just now pulls out. There's a bit to unclip and do on here as well. So I'm going to try and do that without falling in the car. There's a few white clips again. So we do that. Obviously each clip marries up. So we have that one. Apologies, you're going to see my head because I've got to lean over so I can see what I'm doing. And again, just take your time with everything, because we're not professionals doing this. Well, I'm certainly not anyway. And wires do tend to be very, very flimsy, or at least they can be. So all you've got to do is unplug everything, and there we go. As you can see at the back, it's pretty obvious where everything goes. You take it, you be nice to it, and treat it right, and you shouldn't have any issues. Right, so now the part is out. So now we've got to have a look at what we've got in terms of plugging it all in. So the kit itself, this is the kit that you were given. I'll just check I'm still recording. Yep. So for purposes of not losing the video, I'm just going to stop it there, and I will start it again in just a second. And we're back. Okay, so I did just have a quick look to see where everything needs to go. So, pulling out the pack now, we have the unit itself, and we have the cables. So now we just need to have a look in terms of what we've got and figure out where we're going from there. So what I've got on here is a little picture just showing the back of your MZD, I would suppose you call it just the backing of it, and it's just, as you can see, that corresponds to that. It's just to figure out where everything goes. So make sure nothing's in the way or nothing's going to scratch the screen. There's that. Here's the cables. The pack also comes with some zip ties, which is going to be useful in a wee while, because when we're routing the wire. So I have a green and grey cable, and I also have a blue and brown cable. So now what I'm looking for is get these cables out first of all. So as you can see here, here's the first cable. So from the photo that I'm looking at, the grey-green cable goes on the left-hand side, like so. And that clips in, and you've got a blue and grey cable. Apologies, it was a bit of indigestion. Let me take that out. Here's the cable, here's the two connectors, and this connector goes in the side like so. So as you can see there, the green one's gone in on the left, blue one's gone in on the right. Okay, right. Now I just need to triple check where everything goes. I'm pretty certain it's going to come out at what I'm going to do. Just to give you a bit of a heads up, I'm just triple checking it now. These wires I'm going to feed through the little area here where the wire for the start button goes, because it should bring out the wires around here. So I'm not going to do that part on camera because that's probably going to take me about 15 minutes because I'm useless at feeding cables. So I'll pause it now and then we'll come back. Hello everyone, right, so a bit of an update. So I fed the wire so that you go in to the side, not down, because I think that will interfere too much with the button. So if you just put the wire straight in, there's a little bit on the side here that you can feed it through. So what I noticed is if you take this facial plate off, which is right in the corner, again it's just pull it, pop it. Again, when I say pull, it's so light. Once you get where your fingers are, you don't need to pull it with any considerable force. But when you do that and you actually look up and you wiggle the wires, you can see where they are. And just where your steering wheel is, you've got quite a bit of hand room. All you're going to do is pull it through. I pull it through the steering wheel and then just pull it round so it's in the right area. Because what we're going to do, we've gone in through the back, it comes out down here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just pop a clip, get it feed through and into this. But now what I need to do is plug these two wires back into the infotainment system and then plug all these white bits back in at the back here, so that obviously we can get that done, and then we're going to reattach it. I'm not going to show that part because what I did before, it is just the reverse, and again it might take me a bit longer and you don't want to see that in the video. So it is just a case of doing the reverse. Now we're going to plug these wires back in, plug the other wires, and then go from there. Right. I'll catch you in a second. Hello everyone, and we're back. As you can see, the unit has gone back in quite nicely. Managed to get this bit back in. It all seems pretty solid, which is a plus for me, because usually I'm the sort of person who's quite heavy-handed and will tend to break things. So it just goes to show, if you're a bit patient, you should be able to do it. Right. The next bit, sorry, not sure it cut off there, my bad. Yeah, I was just saying, I'm a pretty heavy-handed guy, and it seems to be that this has gone back in pretty sturdy, nothing broken. Again, where we are now is just underneath the footwell. This panel's taken off. What I was on about before is we pull the wires through this bit, and then just reroute them so down here. You got a lot of loose wire, which is fine. The next thing we need to do, we need to get into there to get this piece. So need to take this off, and from what I've seen, this is just a pull-up bit, so we'll pull it up. So what I'll do is I'll put you back in your little stack to wait. We'll hold you in place, and what I'll do is you should be able to see, well, the back of me, try and pull that off. Again, I'm just going to go very gentle on everything, because it does say about being, they just pop out like so, but the last thing you want to do is completely break it. So as you see, a little bit of force, not even a little bit of force, but a little bit there, just pulled that out. And I just need to go back to the drawing board to figure out which bit's next. And all we're going to do, the only reason we're doing this is just so that we can reroute the wires into the unit, replace the old unit, put the new unit in. Yes, it's a very warm day today, so apologies if any of you can see the fact that I've been sweating, but it is rather warm for a Saturday in the UK. So give me 2 minutes and I'll be back. Hello everyone, I just sort of quickly come back to you while I'm figuring it out. So as I was popping it all up, as you see, it looks like it's come a bit off there, but that pops back in. As you lift this up, it does appear that there are a set of screws there and a screw there. Not 100% sure if we need to take them off. However, I'm going to. I recommend you do, because it's something pretty simple to do, and if you need to, it's going to be much easier doing it at this stage. And the last thing you want to do is think that you're not pulling hard enough, give it a good old yank and snap something. So I'm just going to have to go get a screwdriver, because believe it or not, I didn't actually bring a Phillips with me from the garage, so I'm just going to pop it to my garage now and grab it. I'll be back in a sec. And we're back, beautiful people. Right, so I've got my good old screwdriver. This comes out. Just no, when you are taking it out, it's almost like you're levering it out. These cups will pretty much get stuck on here unless you are careful. Now, fortunately, I'd actually loosened this a bit before taking it out, meaning that I didn't have too much of an issue. But obviously, if you're not as lucky as I was, just be a bit careful with it. Now we need to get the box unit out. So the way we're going to do that is, first of all, we're going to take these screws out. There's one, which looks a bit mangled. There's two. Right. Sorry people, again, don't know where that cut off. So what I was doing is there was two screws here and here. We took them out. Yes, whoever owned this car before me, it was filthy, so I'm going to have to take all this off to redo it and get that nice and clean. But now there's two pins at the back that you need to push out and get them to come out. So these two bits here, push outwards like so, so that they pop out, and there we are. I just need to empty out the back of that, so I just, apologies everyone, this is me not cleaning the car beforehand. There's my OBD2 device, and we should now be able to, oh no, there's two clips down the bottom as well to do the same too, so push those two out, and there we go. So there's two there and then two down there, so you don't clamp them, you push them outwards. And now what we need to do is we need to get this. So what I'm going to do is just, as you can see here, focus, there's two clips. Sorry, it's really poor quality there. All you do is literally pop them in, unplug them like so, including the 12-volt socket. So you undo the three ones so that it comes out like this. Now, in doing so, there are a couple of clips that you need to push to get it out. I'm going to look like I'm going to need a flathead screwdriver to get those ones. So just bear with me, I'll be back in a second. Hello everyone. Right, so that was a little bit more tricky than expected. It was these clips here, to push them down. I've also got two underneath. I thought it was the small ones, but it's not. So there is the old unit, which we're now going to replace with our shiny new unit. So we need to go in the right way, which is like so. As you look at it, it's like that. What we do on this case is, sorry about dropping you there, so it's just so you can see, you literally pop it into place, and that's the unit plugged in there. Now what we need to do, we need to come back over here. We need to quickly, like there, move these over so, slide this back into place. That's where we had it before. It's going to be easy to done. So as you see, the two little bits at the bottom, they slot in, and then we should now just be able to push it back in. All right. So, in fact, see, it shows you I'm making an error. What I think would be best, actually, is whilst it's on its back like so, so you can see better. You want to plug these cables, plug the cables in. In fact, no you don't. Tell a lie. What we need to do is we need to get the cables fed over. So I'm just going to have a look in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop out this centre panel, which again, from what I've gathered, does just pop in and out. What we need this to go in here. So just bear with me. I am literally going to feed these two cables past this panel and into that unit. I'll be back. And we're finally back. Okay. So, I lost my glove. All I've done is I've tidied it up. The wires are still loose, everything's still missing. It's pointless me showing you putting it all back together. But I put my navigation chip back in into the new unit. And well, I'll let you see for yourselves. I have got an Android tablet with me just so we can see. I did notice, just so you know, so I have a multi-cable that I got from work. Now, just so you are aware, it does not work with that cable. So I think it has to be a single cable like so. But when you turn the car on, yeah, so car is turned on. Now what I'm going to take the tablet, plugged into the little slot, USB slot that has a picture of a phone. You plug in the cable and then you wait. As you can see, you have the option to agree. So in order to do so, pull over and follow the on-screen instructions. That's next. It does all it needs to do. And on the tablet it says to continue, select Android Auto on your car screen. So I see nothing really changes. You're still going to navigation as you'd expect. If you go home, you can now click on here and you should be able to go to navigation. For me, obviously, when the phone is connected, okay. Obviously, it took a minute for the Bluetooth to connect there, hence the reason why it's there's a bit of delay coming on. As you can see, it should open up with Google Maps. There we go. Press the home button. Again, it's a little slow, but you've got maps, music, phone, Mazda app, Waze, everything that you can use. If you like going on your messages, you can go on your messages. Unfortunately, because I'm using a tablet, I don't actually have any messages, otherwise that would have been embarrassing. Click on Waze. It may take time. Oh, no. Apologies for that. So this tablet doesn't actually have any data on it, so it's possibly why it's taking its time to do anything. But oh, you're home, you're to Android Auto comes up. Oh, press the home button. You get the picture anyway. This is a knockoff Android tablet that I've got. It's not exactly top notch. If I plugged in a phone that it does have it on, then you would probably see it. Like, we'll plug it in now. Give it a minute to do its thing. To start, select Android Auto on your car screen. It's doing its thing. Now obviously some permissions and that on the car. And then, as you say, look, so you've got the likes of visions. It works better with a phone anyway. In fact, what I'll do is I'll swap these over and I'll record the video on the tablet and you can see it come on the phone so you get an idea. Hello everyone, yeah, really sorry, I had to pinch the missus's phone so that we can see this. So I've plugged it all in. I've not fixed any of this yet, it's also loose just to test it, but even this is still not properly on. Once it's plugged in, you'll notice that if you come into your apps, you've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So now, in theory, I plug my phone in. So my phone is a Huawei Mate 20 Lite, so it's not obviously the best of phones. As we can see, if I just use facial recognition to get on it, plug it in. So as you can see, I've plugged in it and now I have the option to select Android Auto. So I select Android Auto, and it comes up with Google Maps. Now if I press the home button, if I remember right, yeah, so there we go, it comes up with all your different maps there, all your different options. I go to Waze, for example, because obviously everybody likes, or at least one of my reasons for joining was to use the Waze app, and there you go, you've got the Waze app. Now I don't know about the touchscreen, if I'm being perfectly honest. I don't understand why that doesn't seem to work. It might just be because that's a feature of Android Auto, that you can't use touchscreen, but that's fine. I'm not too fussed by that, yeah, as you can see. But yeah, so as you can see, it does work. And then if I want to go home, go back, I think if I go to the Mazda app, oh, right, still didn't use the car because it is a new car for me. So as you can see, go back to the Mazda app and you can still do what you normally do, like so. So what I'm going to do now is pop all this back in, make it nice and neat, and Bob's your uncle. There you go. So it wasn't really an unboxing video, but you got the gist, everything was there. You've seen me take it off, put it back on. Hopefully I've explained it as best I can. And yeah, this is a review for them. So hopefully, road top, there's WhatsApp, their email address and the time. Obviously it is a Chinese company. Very kind enough to send this to me. Yeah, so I will be hopefully keeping this product, providing everything works. Obviously I would always keep it an old one just in case, and now you've done it once, you know how to put it back together again. Okay, that's all from me. Thanks very much. Bye.